Hello there, so this is my video on a good slide and a bad slide. I'm going to begin with my bad slide example. So beginning with my bad slide, there are a couple things wrong going on here. Number one, I left the photo uncredited. Chris Anderson, Those Slides Hurt, talks about how important it is to credit our slide. Now, I would like to acknowledge that yes, there is a little Indeed logo, but we could be saying that we're working for Indeed by not specifically saying, hey, this isn't our work. This photo is from this company. I'm not affiliated with them. This is where it's from. Additionally, presentation aids must be used at the same time that you're presenting the idea related to the aid, according to Maggie Make's presentation aids. Here on the left, I talk about what I've learned in communications. Now, you don't want to single out the audience, project, make eye contact, move around, focus on body language, and use humor. But what I don't talk about is different types of communication. I don't say that I learned the different types of communication. The aid doesn't exactly overline with the text, and they're just a bit confusing. So we should make sure that the aid is related to exactly what the text we're talking about at that time is. And finally, the font is way too small. Chris Anderson, Those Slides Hurt, recommends a much larger font size, which makes a lot of sense. During presentations, you're most likely going to be talking to a big crowd, big audience, and you need to make sure that people are going to be able to read it from a far distance and able for it to be effective slideshow. As you can see, it's just far too small. My next slide is going to be a better example. The final slide is a much better example. As you see, I corrected the problem with the font size. The font size here is much bigger. In a big room, people are going to be able to read it. At the bottom of my visual aid, I say photo courtesy of Indeed.com, citing my source, letting people know that I'm not the one behind it. Also, my text. Over the past few weeks, we've learned about different types of communication, including verbal, nonverbal, visual, and written. And my visual aid aligns with that idea. Here is a corrected version of a proper slide.